For enterprise e-commerce brands, the ROI case for a mobile app is easy. You're at the kind of volume where through the app and push notifications, it's virtually guaranteed to drive meaningful revenue. But here's the catch-22. The very things that make up your enterprise brand, like your tech stack, your global brand standards, your platform, are exactly what make it harder to actually build an app. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the framework for how enterprise e-commerce brands should think about mobile app development and the specific decisions that matter when you're operating at scale. Let's start with why this is harder for enterprise brands than it is for standard Shopify stores. Nothing about your e-commerce setup is standard. It's all customized. Think about brand consistency. You have global brand guidelines, a design system, a checkout experience that's been refined across years and hundreds and thousands of transactions. When you launch an app, it needs to comply with that. An app can't look like a different company. It can't have a different experience. It needs to match your website exactly, because your customers will notice if it doesn't. There's your e-commerce platform. Most mobile app solutions are built to work with just a few platforms. Think Shopify, WooCommerce, Squarespace. But if you're on Adobe Commerce, Salesforce, Commerce Cloud, BigCommerce Enterprise, or a legacy custom-built platform, it's a much shorter list of providers that can work with your setup. And there's the depth of your tech stack. You're not running a basic store with a theme and a few plugins. You've got loyalty programs, multiple markets with localized pricing, commerce payment flows, ERP integrations, personalization. These are things that you want to carry over to your mobile app. It's no use launching an app that only does half of what your website does. So enterprise brands end up in this frustrating position. You know you need an app, the data supports it, but the path to get there feels disproportionately complicated. But here's the thing though, despite all the complexity, what most enterprise brands actually need from a mobile app is surprisingly straightforward. Your app just needs to replicate what your website already does in a native format. You need an icon on your customer's home screen, a listing in the app stores, and native push notifications. But you don't need a separate product, just a native extension of what you've already built. This is the part that most brands, not just enterprise, but almost every e-commerce brand, gets wrong about mobile apps. You think the app needs to be something brand new, so you rebuild it from the ground up. You hire an agency or you add a headcount. You spend time designing, planning, and running through your approvals from multiple sources. You spend months and a six-figure budget on back and forth trying to get an app good enough to launch. And when you go live, you get a separate code base. That means a separate dev cycle, separate QA, separate deployment pipeline, a new storefront to manage, and you get feature lag. Your website gets updated and the app ends up weeks or months behind because someone has to manually replicate those changes in a completely different system. The upfront cost isn't even the biggest cost of launching a mobile app. It's the operational burden. Your IT team has enough to worry about as it is, without the drag of having them take care of a new platform. And coming back around, all of this mess is for something you didn't need in the first place. Your mobile website is already good enough. Instead of trying to rebuild that experience from the ground up, you should be looking for a way to turn your website into a mobile app. MobiLoud is an enterprise e-commerce app development platform that converts your existing website into a native iOS and Android app. It works with any e-commerce platform: Shopify Plus, Adobe Commerce, Salesforce, Commerce Cloud, BigCommerce, custom-built sites, headless front ends. Your website powers your app. Your design, your checkout, and all of your features work the same way in the app as they do on your site. That means thousands of hours of development and optimizations on your website all carry over into your app. You're not starting over from scratch. The convert approach means your website and app are automatically synced. Update your website and your app follows instantly. Enterprise commerce brands need an app solution that matches the complexity of their operation without creating more complexity. That's what MobiLoud is built for. This approach works no matter how custom your setup is. If your store works well on mobile, MobiLoud converts it into a native app. MobiLoud's team handles everything for you: the build, publishing to the app stores, plus maintenance and updates for your app. You get the ideal mobile app without any of the usual headaches, and you can be live in about 30 days. So go to mobiloud.com for a free preview of your store as an app and a free consultation of what your brand really needs from an app.